Hey baby, it's just gonna be us two for a few days. Do you think we'll cope? I think we'll cope, do you? So this is it, is it? You've packed up all your stuff, you're leaving me?
Yeah, it's a hot day and we've got a lot of boxes to move. So if you don't mind, I'm going to crack on.
She's heading out, going to another project, won't tell me where, won't tell me what she's doing. All top secret, NDA agreements and all of that. So, I'm just letting her get on with it, basically. It's going to be another weird few days without her, but I'm sure I'll cope. You feeling good about it? Feeling nervous?
Nervous, very nervous.
Well, I'm out and about, as you can see. It's not a pleasant day. It's actually quite humid, but I've got to try and exercise again now that my foot is healing up, because if I don't, it might heal badly. So I've got to walk about, but my goodness, it's still painful. Let's just keep going, see how we go. So guys, like I was saying when I was down in town, the purpose of being down in town was basically to run a few errands. Jen is not here, she's headed off to do her project, so I'm here to do it myself. And that means going out while my foot is still healing. Now, I've done a lot of good progress on healing my foot because it is getting better, but I did break it quite severely, and I spent months campaigning and walking around on a broken foot, so it's taking a lot of time to heal. I am in a lot of pain just from doing today. It is getting better, but I think the honeycomb bone structure inside the bone, the center of bone is like a honeycomb structure. I think that's badly damaged and it's going to take quite a while to heal. The majority of the break, especially on the outside, that was hard to say, especially on the outside, is healing up quite nicely, but it's going to take time to fully get better. So I'm taking it light, but I have errands to run, so I have to go out and do things, which means walking on a broken foot while it's healing. I've done it before. I don't want to have to do it too much again, but as it goes, we're going to keep trying and seeing how I go. It is feeling better than it was last time I had to go out and do a walk, so hopefully I'm getting on the mend. Anyway, I've got a lot of work to do here in the house, so I've got a lot of work on video editing. Let's get on with that. Let's go. Okay, guys, today, as you've seen, it's been a hot one and a busy one. Been out into town. Now I'm back in the office. I'm going to be here for the rest of the day, probably until the early hours of tomorrow. Got a lot of work to do on here, and it's taking ages. Everything seems to have slowed down. The heat is making me less tolerant of delays. Let's put it that way. I think everyone gets a bit hot and flustered. Let's put it that way. They're putting it in a nice way. It's a hard day. Got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be here for a very long time. This seems to want to take ages. I'm going to have to do a full look over the computer and reinstall a load of things. Just complete purge and restart, I think. But that's how it is. So it's been a while since we had a video. It's been one of those times. I'm working really hard on the business. That's part of what today's processing is all about. Working flat out trying to build the business back up. We have 2 new books all over the house, book 3 and Jennifer's new novel, A Long Summer of War. Got mugs for the Jenny Monday Club, and all over the house. Book 3's cover is on a mug as well. Really nice. I'm loving the products that we're putting out. Getting a lot of work done with that. Building the business up again. So it's taken a lot of time, which is why the vlogs haven't been here. I didn't want to just keep saying, look, here's the business, without actually having something to say. But I'm trying to get the vlogs back now. I know I've said that in the past. Big push on getting the vlogs back to daily. Let's keep going. Anyway, what have I been doing while I've been away? Well, the main thing is I was on the radio talking to Radio Manchester about leadership campaign back at the start. I was backing Dominic Raab. Here's the interview.
That the former Oasis frontman Liam Gallagher's offered to join the fray. He tweeted earlier that he's got lots of children, has dabbled in drugs, and he's ready to sort the situation out. Sadly, though, of course, he's not a Tory member. He can't stand, and he doesn't have a vote. Someone who does, though, is Zoe Kirk-Robinson. She's a Conservative activist in West Horton, lost control of her council seat in May. In part, she thinks it's due to the party's failure to deliver Brexit. Afternoon to you, Zoe.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. What have you thought of it so far, then, the contest to elect a new Tory leader?
Well, it's been quite interesting. A lot of different views. We've always been a broad church in the Conservative Party, but perhaps it surprised some people to see just how broad it is.
Obviously, Boris is the name that everybody's talking about for various reasons, from him not wanting to speak, it would seem, in this process, to the fact that he's so far ahead of the rest. Do you think that he is the natural choice to become the next Conservative leader?
He does look like that, but we've always been a party that doesn't tend to crown the front runner. they always tend to fall at the last hurdle. So maybe it's something to worry about for some of his supporters.
And I suppose you will be looking for somebody who can deliver Brexit if you feel that the reason that you missed out on your seat in May was due to the fact that the party failed to deliver it. Who's best equipped to do that for you?
From my point of view, it's Dominic Raab. I think he's got absolutely the best view on Brexit, and he's willing to fight for it.
When you say he's the best view on Brexit, what do you mean by that?
He's willing to, well, what he said, he's willing to do what it takes, whether that's proroguing Parliament to make sure that we actually get a Brexit through, or just to go back to the EU and actually talk to them the way that we needed to talk to them from the start, from a position of we're willing to walk away if we don't get what we want.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously, within Parliament, there's a huge swell of opinion to say that we shouldn't do that, and that potentially could be blocked. And then you've got somebody like Rory Stewart, who seems to be going down well with the public, actually saying the opposite, which is, well, look, the EU have offered us this, really. We can take it or leave it. What do you think of his comments and his contributions to this so far?
Well, Rory Stewart, he's got a very good social media campaign. I actually applaud that. I'm a big fan of using social media to get to speak to people, and he's embraced that really well. I'm very happy with how he did that. But his view on dealing with the EU is absolutely wrong, because it's basically the same view that we've had all of this time. And we've had 3 years of doing what he wants to do, and it hasn't worked.
Is he a realist, though?
Sorry?
Is he a realist? Is that the best deal that we're going to get?
It may well be the best deal we're going to get if we're not willing to walk away without a deal.
If Boris Johnson is the new Prime Minister, what hope do you think you've got if you decide to stand again in West Horton?
I honestly don't know. The thing about West Horton North is that it's a bellwether area. It changes all the time and it's very fluid. So it would be a case of whoever stands there, their best chance of victory is whatever happens in nationally going on at the time, plus hard work on the streets. So I really couldn't say either way.
Okay, it's going to be interesting to watch. It's now, of course, the results of the next ballot in around about 6 o'clock. We shall see.
And from that, you can probably tell that later that day, he wasn't voted through to the next round. It's very unfortunate. I'm backing Boris Johnson now. I hope he gets through, because at the end of the day, we need a Brexiteer to deliver Brexit. That's how it is. Let's move on from that. That is a big thing. The rest has been all work and all hanging around because I can't go anywhere. My foot is killing me. I'm doing these little trips out every now and again to do errands and to see if I can build back up, but my foot has to heal. It's one of those things I always promised myself I was going to go flat out during the election campaign and then have to ease back to let my foot heal. I knew I'd have to do that because my foot was broken. But I did all I could. It's just how it is. Anyway, that's the main thing. Work, resting my foot, getting on with things. I've got more to do. Let's get on with it. My goodness, it's past 1 o'clock in the morning. As predicted, I am still at work processing out a huge amount of political videos. Wow, 49 political videos. That's how many videos I've made today, 49 of them. And the thing is, it's not even 49 videos in total that I've done today. 51 videos edited, produced, and now processing out. It has been a busy, busy day. 10 past 1 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Still, at least it's done now. That's the main thing. I've been trying to get over a large bulk of work that all came in at once and had to be done. So I've got that done, broken the back of it, as they say. These can all be uploaded and sent off to do as they need to be done. And then I can get on with some work with the company again, get back to producing the videos for our sites, and maybe even get the news review show that we've been talking about for far too long. It's 2 months now. Supposed to have started 2 months ago. It's just been one of those situations. It just hasn't been possible. But getting there. So hopefully tomorrow I get started on new stuff and I get to get back into the swing of things. Anyway, it's been one of those days. Again, I wanted to make the vlog and I wanted to show you what was going on, and I couldn't because I had to just get at doing this. Cutting the files together, putting them in the right order, editing everything, making everything as good as it could be. A lot of hard work. There's a helicopter overhead. I think something's going on outside. I'm going to take that as an indication that I should probably just stop and go to bed. 10 past 1 in the morning. I think I've worked long enough. It's, oh my goodness, I started at 9 this morning. Let's go to bed. If you liked today's video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you.